Hi, my name's Steve Smith. I'm the author of the SharePoint Online Administrators class, and I've been writing Microsoft Courseware and teaching Microsoft Courseware since the late 90s, specialising in collaboration, and this has been probably my sixth SharePoint different courseware that I've written for SharePoint Online and SharePoint on premises. So what differentiates our courses from a lot of the traditional courses that you'll attend is that we don't just write courseware as a writer, we also visit customers and deliver our expertise on site and help them implement and deliver their solutions. We also train these in the classroom, so we actually deliver our own classes that we write in the classroom and on site with customers, and that helps us when we're writing to make sure that we're getting the absolute best information that we've learned in the real world into our technical writing. The other thing that we really aim to do with our courseware is to make sure that you take away a reference manual, not just a set of information. We like to make sure that the manual can be used months after your course to enable you to keep using it to remind yourself how to implement a particular solution when you need to do it in the real world. So the target audience for this course is primarily aimed at anybody who's going to be working in the Office 365 Administrator Centre or specifically administrating SharePoint Online. This is not specifically targeted at a owner course for SharePoint Online. We have a power user course for that. This is aimed at the people that are going to be living in the administrative page within SharePoint Online and having to do the configuration of the different components and the services, looking at migration from SharePoint on premises to SharePoint Online, and understanding the prime differences between both on premises and online to make sure that they can get the most effective use out of the technology in both environments. But this focuses primarily on that SharePoint Online service application layers that they get access to when they're given the SharePoint Administrator administrative role. So one of the things that we have to focus on when we're writing courses around Office 365 is obviously that it is an ever-changing world, it's an evergreen world, which means that Microsoft are always looking at implementing new features and functionality. There's a roadmap that it gives you an indication of the sorts of things that they're going to be doing in the future. And so we're obviously carefully watching these features, we're testing them, we're working on the preview programs, and we're making sure that when functionality changes in SharePoint Online, our aim is to always update the courseware to reflect the new changes and what's coming. So from a challenge perspective, we're obviously keeping on top of the product itself, but because we do it day in, day out as part of our business, it's actually quite easy and comfortable for us to be doing this. But then we can reflect that change quite quickly and easily into our courseware as it changes in the production environments. So because of the evergreen world and the ever-changing world, we would be looking at upgrading our courseware approximately every 60 to 90 days, and usually within 90 days there is a new version of our courseware live in the classroom. And also when we have very urgent updates, recently there was a big change in authenticating and setting up Azure Active Directory, for example. We instantly had an errata file that was available to help people doing the exercises and labs that may not have been updated in the courseware, but within 24 hours there was a live errata file that every student and every trainer has access to in order to see any urgent changes that have been made. So courseware itself is republished 60 to 90 days, but we do have live errata files that can be accessed at any time for any urgent and immediate changes that have taken place. So we want to make sure that when people are using our courseware that they always have access to the latest version, and the ebooks and the content is always as up to date as possible. So one of the benefits of the courseware available through the SkillPipe library is that our courses are all SATV possible, which means you can use your software assurance vouchers against our classes and our courses to enable you to maximise your investment and those vouchers that you've got available. If you're not sure about If you've got any vouchers available, a lot of people don't realise they have them in their company, you can contact us and we have the ability to check that for you, and we can let you know how many vouchers are available to help you with your training and adoption program.